Today's convocation is designed to honor the academic achievements of our students, and the deans have selected one student in particular to share his inspirational journey to academic success with us today. To introduce the speaker, I would like to call upon the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Barbara Nodin.
An enthusiastic recommendation from his department included the phrase rock star. So I was eager to interview Bobby Derival. The nomination described him as among the most culturally sensitive, affable, and gregarious of people. Bobby's eagerness to help and his social skills and problem-solving skills were the basis for his design of a service learning project in which our graduate students in public health and physician assistant programs went to Haiti after the 2010 earthquake. He traveled to some of the worst hit areas in Haiti in order to secure partnerships with health clinics eager for this outside help. Besides his ability to solve important problems using his social and organizational skills, he is also a stellar student who has managed challenging coursework and 2 thesis projects, one in international peace and conflict resolution and one in public health. It is my pleasure to introduce you to this year's Honors Convocation speaker, Bobby Derival.
Good morning, everyone. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Dean Barbara Nodin for the extraordinary privilege of being this year's Honors Convocation speaker. I would also like to thank both of my graduate programs, the International Peace and Conflict Resolution Program and the Public Health Program. I don't think I could have made it to the finish line without the incredible relationships that I've been able to develop with the staff, my faculty, and most especially my classmates. Finally, I want to take the time to thank my family. They're the group of Hershey Kisses beaming here in the front. Hi, guys. Without their constant support and unwavering support and a whole lot of pressure, I don't think I could claim to be the man that I am today. Seated in this room is a lot of achievement, a lot of accomplishment, a lot of talent. Like many of the talents in this room, I am currently wrestling with that overbearing feeling of, so what do I do now? It's not as if we need anyone to remind us that our economy is crawling out of a painstakingly deep abyss of financial ruin and debt, or that jobs are nearly extinct unless, I guess, you can show that you have more experience and you have years of life, or that our generation inherits an environmental calamity well in the making, an unfolding individual and societal health crisis, this prospect of not being able to retire ever, not to mention what seems to be a complete aversion to being reasonable in our political culture. So what do we do now? Should we be the next generation of activists and revolutionaries? Should we be the ones who shepherd the world into a new age of compassion and prosperity? And how on earth do we do that? I'm sure that the answer to these questions will still elude us for years to come. Still, I do think that I've been able to figure some pretty amazing things in the short time that I've been on this planet. Through my experiences, I've come to realize some really amazing truths. And let me clarify, when I speak of truths, I mean to only speak of things that have been true to me through my own eyes. Personally, I believe that everyone's reality is just as real as anyone else's reality, which means our truths are all true. My hope is that you find some truth in my truth. I'm absolutely convinced that the more our truths overlap, the more connected we all become. And a more connected world that glorifies compassion, that allows everyone to maximize their own potential and actually solves problems instead of just kicking them down the road, that's the world in which I'd like to live. My first truth goes something like this. What I myself have earned pales in comparison to what I've been given. I'm the eldest of 3 sons, born to an immigrant from Haiti. Growing up in Long Island, my mother made sure that my brothers and I were deprived of absolutely nothing. Ketli Derival, a single mother who first learned what real English was upon arriving in the United States in the early 80s, who took in and raised her baby sister once their mother had passed, who put 3 boys through college and magically turned these 3 boys into men. This single mother worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs to create my reality. And she didn't just strive to make ends meet. She put her children through the finest private schools. She paid for the tutors, the extra help courses, the sports equipment, the rehearsals, whatever it is, she paid for it, and she made sure that we had it. Many of the times she couldn't be at these events because she was too busy juggling jobs or just putting food on the table. Sometimes there were things that we had to go without. No matter the cost, she did whatever necessary to put her children in a better position than she was in. She paid that price, and then some. As I stand here today in front of you, I've yet to fully count the cost of my reality. And if I'm going to be 100% honest, I don't know that I'll ever be able to repay them. See, I am indebted to my mother for the blood, sweat, and tears that she poured into my upbringing. But my indebtedness extends even beyond my mother. Not only am I fortunate to be born with such a strong foundation, but I'm also fortunate to be born with my own unique talents and gifts, fortunate to be born into a free society with more opportunities than we can ever count. And most simply, just fortunate to have the opportunity to breathe. I believe that we all are. The proof is right here in this room. It's in our accomplishments. It's in our desires. The proof is in the very person sitting next to you. We are special. We are gifted. And to be gifted means to have received gifts. My first truth, what I myself have earned, pales in comparison to what I've been given. My second truth comes from a different place. It's about finding personal growth through collective achievement. This truly encapsulates my time here at Arcadia University. My collegiate journey has challenged the very core of my beliefs and assumptions. At no time have I been more challenged than during the study abroad experiences. Most recently, I was able to spend 4 unbelievable months in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I was interning with a public health organization. I lived Thai, I ate Thai, I worked Thai. I mean, as far as I was concerned, I was Thai. As a volunteer, I had so much to offer. I had a master's level training in public health and international affairs. I had an innate mastery of the English language. I had a young brain with innovative ideas and a never-ending supply of intellectual firepower. I was going to change the world. On day 1 of my internship, I walked into my office with a MacBook, an REI poncho, and one of those rugged, all-purpose leather satchels that Indiana Jones always wore. I mean, I was ready to do some world saving. At least, I looked like I was, anyway. About my 3rd week into my time experience, I began to feel a little down. They put me to do work in a storage room. I mean, it wasn't a closet, it had windows, so it was a storage room, but that's where I did my work. And I edited a lot of things, and my work was very busy work. So I began to say to myself, sure, I'm volunteering with this amazing organization, doing amazing work, but am I growing from this relationship? I should be doing more, I said to myself. But what I think I meant is I should be doing something cooler, or at least something that looked good. I wanted to get that picture, you know? One day my boss pulled me out of my office, storage room, and she must have sensed that I was in the doldrums. She had a real knack for reading people. At lunch, she gave me what I realize now to be the circle of life speech. She told me about all the amazing things that she had done. She told me about all the amazing organizations that she worked for. She told me about how challenging it was to maintain community networks and to manage all the organization's resources. Then she told me that we all had a unique part to play, and that there was no individual role that was too small, and that there was no individual role that was larger than purpose. Over time, I realized that the contribution of the company driver was just as integral to a public health program as was the contribution of a program planner. That a volunteer could be just as impactful as a regional director. And that the only things that we ever do well are the things that we actually commit ourselves to. The key link Kunjiranan showed me is in how we use our talents to achieve a common purpose. For PHA Thailand, my intellect was valuable. But the energy that I put into tasks for others, that was priceless. My second truth, finding incredible, transformative personal growth through collective achievement. Today, we're being recognized for being talented individuals. Still, we gotta be honest, we know deep down inside that such recognition and praise, it won't get us jobs, and it certainly won't pay our bills. I'm inclined to believe that the job market will stay volatile, and my debt from student loans won't just magically vanish because I'm talented. But to that, I say, so what? I know who I am. I know I will always have more to learn, and I know what I'm good at. Though I will willingly admit that I have absolutely no clue what I will do with the rest of my life, I have searched relentlessly to figure out why I will do whatever it is that I will do. I've got 2 masters to prove it. As far as I'm concerned, I prepared myself, not for any particular job, but for a career, for a vocation. The 2 truths that I illustrated to you this morning, the first coming from an intimate understanding of gifts, and the second finding personal growth through collective achievement, they provide the foundation of everything I do. They are the very core of who I am. I am utterly convinced that service is the best use of our talents, and that we all already have jobs, the jobs that we were born with. Simply, our job is to leave a world better than we inherited. And our career, well, I guess that's just a lifelong expression of our own unique individual talents. I don't ask you today to adopt my truths as your own operating principles. What I will ask of you, what I do ask of you, is to find your own truths. Search, explore, discover, find your core. And once you find the things that make you, you, to give them back with all your heart. This is my challenge for you and myself this day forward. Thank you very much for your time.
It is one thing to teach knowledge. It is another thing entirely to translate knowledge into wisdom. And I want to thank you, Robert, for showing us what wisdom is. Thank you very much. I'm sure your parents are very proud of you.